Hey everybody, it's your Professor David Britt, coming to you today from Cordoba, Spain. Cordoba, Spain, which is about an hour and a half south of Madrid, getting down close to the Mediterranean. A little history lesson before I give you a couple points on the lessons this week. Entire Iberian Peninsula, of which Spain is a part, many years ago, many hundreds of years ago, actually were controlled by the Muslims, or they call them the Moors. And so up until, if I get my history right, the 700s or 800s, all of this was Moorish. And I'm here today inside of what used to be an Islamic house of worship. And you'll see as I pan around here, this building is absolutely huge. You'll see the Islamic influences. I'll put over here. You'll see some of the Islamic signs that are here, because one of the things about Islam is that you couldn't have images. But then, I think it was around the 900s or so, Spain and the Christians in Spain came back and drove the Moors out back to northern Africa. And let me turn around here and show you what I'm talking about, because you can turn an Islamic house of worship into an absolutely stunning cathedral. And so let me pan up so you'll be able to see the cathedral here in Cordoba. Also here you'll see the different elements of the cathedral, and then this altar up here is absolutely stunning. And so what you'll see in European cultures from centuries upon centuries, when the Christians would take over any location from the Moors, it's almost like, okay, my God's bigger than your God, and so therefore I'm going to build my church right on top of your place of worship prior to that. So just a little history lesson here from Cordoba. Actually, the other thing about Cordoba is Cordoba used to be, again around that time, one of the largest and best culturally developed cities in all of Europe. I mean, it rivaled Spain, it rivaled Paris, both in size and overall importance. And today it's a medium-tier city, again, as you get towards the south of Spain. So anyway, that's Cordoba. Let me talk to you a little bit. Hopefully you got the first week under your belt, and you'll notice that I've done most of the grading. I'm in the process of grading your papers this evening, so you should have those tomorrow. And I just wanted to remind you of a couple things. First, on discussion boards, make sure that you have a minimum of 2 response posts. You'll see my comments from the first week, and also make sure that you're providing supporting opinions. So go to the CSU Online Library. If you need a tutorial on that, go back to the Start Here section. You'll be able to see those to add some substance and some depth to your post. Some of you did a really good job. Some of you were a little light on your content there. In the short answers, I want to make sure that you provide enough material on those. So if I ask you for a definition of something, just don't give the items. You know, this past week we talked about the rhetorical situation. So rather than just give the steps and the things in the rhetorical situation, make sure that you explain the importance of each as you go through that. And then in the written paper, you're going to see my comments this week. Make sure that as you're developing your adapted paper for Module 2, that you incorporate some of my decisions and some of my comments on your papers. Make sure that you look at the sample APA paper this week, particularly as it relates to format. And then look at the instructions and make sure that you're addressing those things that you're studying about in Module 2. Also, the short answer components that you see in Module 2 will help you out with that as well. So, just wanted to give you a little idea where I am today, and let you know that I am on task making sure that your papers, your discussion boards, and everything else are graded. So make sure you go in the grade book, make sure that you click on your grade, and you'll see all of my comments. Many of those, as I mentioned earlier, will be in a file, so you have to click open that file, and you'll see my comments in the margins of that paper, right? Take care. Have a great day.